Hello biology class, excited that you guys are here today. Today we are going to be making babies. So everybody should have a bag right now. If you don't, you should get one. If you don't have one, the teacher can pause it and you should have it. In here you guys are going to have a total of 46 chromosomes, 23 from the dad and 23 from the mom. And what's going to happen is we're going to mimic the process of meiosis to make sperm and egg. And then we're going to fertilize them by bringing the chromosomes together, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. And we're going to actually make a baby from these chromosomes. Each chromosome has DNA or alleles, which are the letters, and those will determine your traits. The first goal that we're going to do today is we're going to actually look at meiosis, and we're going to determine how you do that. So the first thing is everybody needs to shake. This represents shuffling the chromosomes. You're going to randomly get one chromosome from each parent. I want you to notice is the first step is we're going to dump these out. So everybody should dump them out now. And you'll notice that there's pink and blue. The person who is representing the male in this case will start collecting the chromosomes, all the blue ones. The lady in this case will represent all the pink ones. This will represent your sperm. This will represent the egg. Okay? The next thing I want you to notice is for each of these, there are 2 chromosomes. The reason why they are folded, you need to keep them folded, is because that you only get one of them. So we're going to randomly get one chromosome from each parent by randomly shuffling. You don't need to flip them when they come out. They'll be randomly shuffled. But the whole idea here is that you're going to begin to sort these. So each male and female should start sorting now. So make sure you separate the pink to the female, the blue to the male, and you're going to start sorting them 1 through 23. It's really important at this point that you make sure that you both have 23. If you don't, you're going to connect with the teacher, and they're going to make sure that you get the right chromosomes. You'll tell them what number, and they have some extras, and they will give them to you. So you can start sorting now. So make sure you start with 1. Get 1. Then you're going to get number 2. Okay? And you're just going to start going down the order. Find number 3. It may be easier as you go. If you find number 14, put it in its place and then keep moving them around. Okay? You'll notice that I pre-did mine, and the woman is doing this at the same time and putting them in order. Notice that I noticed that I did not make TPs. Notice that they were on the left or the right. If it happens to land this way, push it to the left or to the right, because you only get one side for random shuffling. So now that I have my chromosomes, I'm going to bring in the other ones. I want to point out, though, that all 1 through 22 have numbers, but the 23rd pair does not have a number. If it says sex on it, it's determining your sex. If you turn out getting an X from the dad, you will be a female, because you always get a X from the mom. If you get a Y from the dad and you get an X from the mom, then you will be a male, right? So now hopefully we've got to the point where you've built your eggs and sperm. So I'm going to do a quick little right here. I'm going to put these in order. And so this, in this case, the male sperm. And then the female, we're going to bring her in. Okay. And these represent the egg. So again, everybody should be doing this right now. And so now what we've done is we've done meiosis. Notice that the big goal for today is to show why meiosis creates genetic diversity. The diversity happens because they can only give off one of their chromosomes, and that's why meiosis creates genetic diversity, because we don't know how that's going to run out in the eggs, or the sperm. Then what we're going to do, the second goal for today, is that you can actually explain to me why fertilization creates genetic diversity. So genetic diversity is the different amount of genes that we can actually produce. So what's going to happen on this is we're going to show fertilization. So now you're going to actually match the chromosomes up, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. So this is fertilization that we're doing right here. 3 for 3. Notice fertilization is connecting the chromosomes. 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. And you just continue to do that. Right? So now, once you've done this for every single chromosome, you will have created the kids' chromosomes. So what you've done here effectively by connecting these, right, and you've done this for all 23, so you guys need to keep going. I'm going to stop for time, but you're going to continue to go. You're going to basically create your baby's DNA. And from this, you can determine what your baby will actually look like. My advice when you're doing this is to make sure that you always put the man first and the woman second. And here's why. Because today you guys are going to be doing a data table. Your data table is going to look like this. You guys should have this. And you're going to actually write down the data on here to show what your kids are. So the way this kind of works is once you guys have done it, you're going to actually have your notebook out. Okay? So at this point, if you guys aren't done, you should push pause and then wait till we're all ready. So once you have your notebook, you're going to need to use your notebook. The lab is in about the middle of the notebook, and it looks like this. It will say, Making Babies Lab. And the first page that you guys want to go to will look like this. Right? So the idea is we're going to use the lab sheet and this at the same time to determine your traits. So the way this is going to happen is you guys are going to actually be writing on here. And what you're going to do is the first one, and this goes in order with the lab. Make sure you read the paragraphs and look at the features. The genotype is going to be your letter combinations. So for example, the first one is going to be hair types. So you'll find chromosome number 7, right? And you will look at the chromosomes for those. You will notice that right now, Dad gave off a little W, Mom gave off a little W. You'll notice that both parents started out as heterozygous. Notice that the offspring was not heterozygous, but they had 2 recessive traits, okay, which means they will have a different trait than the parents. In this case, we're talking about curly, wavy, or straight. So what you're going to do then is you're going to take your data table sheet and you guys are going to write these down. And you'll notice that they were little w. So for the father, I will write little w's. You guys should be following. Maybe you can look at yours right now and you can do number 7 with me. The genotype will be little w. Genotype always has 2 letters. Alleles has 1 letter. The child's phenotype then is based on the book. You will look at the picture and look at what they tell you, and you will pick the letters that represent what you look like. In this case,